Well, how's it going, Kingsmen? Welcome back to another NTW3 tournament battle. Now, I got something special. I got some more information than normal, which maybe this is how I should do my replays. You know, maybe giving a little bit of backstory would be helpful. Probably would keep the interest going. But this was sent in by Bogdan. It's a match between the RC and Napoleonics clan. I'm actually going to put up the NTW3 League results for the standing. Now, I'm not totally sure if this is an accurate as of this after this replay, or if it's before the replay that's being posted now, or one of the ones in the future. So I'll try to figure that out for you. But you can see, so the Napoleonics, they're at 14. The RC, they're down at the 10. So this battle, if these stats are pre-replay, these could make the Napoleonics, if they win, they will bump up to 15 and be tied with the LK. Now, if the RC win, they will be tied or actually pass the Buck and Ball clan. And that could lead to some very high stakes game play here, guys. You gotta remember, so the coalition is being played by the RC and Napoleonics are playing the French. This replay is kind of cool, guys. So it is a theaters of war from the War of the Second Coalition, like 1799 to 1800. I believe it's back when Napoleon was still a consul. I mean, this is kind of information that I've been given. This was his second Italian campaign, fought after his return from Egypt. So after the Egyptian campaign, France fought this battle in other sectors as well. The HRE plus the Russians, Suvorov, and the Anglo-Russian Netherlands, York Helder. It's played in Marengo, not where these armies actually fought, but like I said, it corresponds to the time period. Realistically, these armies would have fought, just not in Marengo. So, kind of making it a fun replay. I'm gonna go over the points first, guys, and then we will get into the battle. So on the coalition side, you're going to have a 10-point Anton Staroy. He's an HRE. And then you have a Fredrick Nundorf. He's also HRE. You have Suvorov, obviously the Russian expedition, 1799. They are definitely renowned for their quick, fast-hitting grenadiers and infantry. Then you have Fredrick, Duke of York and Albany, the Helder expedition, which was kind of the invasion of Netherlands in 1799. And then on the French side, you have a 12-point Bonaparte. Like I said, this is the one after he returned from Egypt in 1799. You have Claude Lecob, same campaign, I guess, but it was in Germany, not in Bonaparte's army. And then you have Saint-Cyr. He was also in Germany, so not on this campaign. And then you have Brune. He was the Franco-Dutch counter to the Helder expedition of the Netherlands. So, you know, a lot of these correlate with each other, but like I said, not really historically accurate to Marengo. But still, hope you guys enjoy this replay, and Alright, guys, I hope you all are ready for this battle to kick off. Obviously, with this being Marengo, it makes the fighting a little interesting. Obviously, in the very beginning, you have a French army that's deployed way up here in the front, with the reinforcing armies kind of staggered back a little bit. Obviously, Lecob is hanging out more in the mid section of the battlefield. Then you of course have the 7-pointer and the way back the 8-pointer, with Bonaparte himself holding by this LC. Now he is making a hasty retreat, as he should. Obviously he will be facing a lot of coalition forces, and that's going to make it a little bit more difficult for the French. Look at him though, there's Napoleon himself hanging out before he got the legendary green coat of the Total War game. But it does look like he did leave back behind the 102nd. Also some hussars to help focus down. He is going to try to harass the Austrians in coalition as they push forward. I can only assume this is Suvorov with all of the grenadiers, so they probably will storm the house with the Russians infantry and grenadiers. But man, I've always have loved how these grenadiers looked with the tower helmets, the I don't know how else to describe them, like a steeple helmet with the gold. It looks very, very amazing, very, very beautiful. It looks like we are going to start seeing, I'm just going to call them the British because it's kind of the elder faction of sorts. I'm going to call those the UK. Austria on the far left flank, another Austria here with Suvorov. France has pushed up some cavalry. We've got some hussars. We got several, hussars and, what's this? Ooh, dragoons. And they're going to be trying to hold this left side. They have artillery pushing up as well. Like I said, guys, this battle will take a second to actually get into motion. Obviously, that house will delay the coalition just slightly, and probably not really a whole lot, as they can keep pushing up as they're attacking it. But it does look like we are having the assault of the house. The brave Frenchmen trying to hold against overwhelming odds. We'll see how many kills they actually get. I mean, they're probably going to get some against the Russian point-blank volleying. Uh-oh. Looks like Bonaparte did get caught. And some hussars got a quick attack in.
This building has fallen to
LOC does now fall. France is going to start trying to pull back their cavalry. With the Austrians hotly pursuing them. Oh man, look at them pouring over the hill. Victorious. They're going to pull back here. More cavalry following it up though. Some lancers, and then of course you have other hussars in reserve. And they do seize this center town. Now, obviously not historical cores for this scenario, as this would normally be the Austrians. But these are from the time period. They're from the time period, but not actually on the field. Historically, I should say. It does look like the French are going to hold this position. They have the artillery set up. Infantry as well. They are going to be making their stand here, having used the town almost as a central section of their line. They're going to now put up the 12-pointer on the right with the 7-pointer on the far right. So actually Bonaparte's going to be the center of this force, and a lot of cavalry on both sides. Oh, that's a cool looking cav unit. Very nice. Love the helmet on that guy. Is he like the officer or something? He's the officer. Like it. Very nice. Yeah, so the French infantry are going to be pushing up for the 7-pointer on the right. They will be facing an Austrian army on this flank. You can see a lot of cavalry ranging up. A lot of cav, actually, just in general. Of course, you got to remember there is going to be a French army that's going to take quite some time to reinforce. He's going to be marching for quite a while. He's going to hopefully try to get to this road, and then it will be a straight shot of a couple more minutes before he gets up to this front line. But France probably will really need them. Like I said, the coalition are going to be probably very aggressive. They got some very good corps for being very aggressive. Suvorov there, a lot of cavalry. Helder, I believe, has some good troops as well. And they have them all. They have all their armies together. So far, there's only 2 and almost 3. Actually, there's 3 French armies here now. But I am seeing a shift. Man, I feel like I've seen a lot of these recently from the coalition side. A shift to the right flank. You can see everything's shifting in this direction, which is why Le Cab is going to push up to the right side now. At least we can hope they will readjust, because I do believe 7 points may get hit kind of hard. Rune be taking a bit of a fight here, if I were to guess. Our artillery is firing down, but we're still in the beginning stages, guys, of this battle. There's still a lot of readjusting. It's not like things just happen out of nowhere or happen that quickly.
This building
A lot of artillery is shifting over towards this flank. Got some 8-pounders and 12-pounders. Hopefully we'll see some scouting from France pretty soon here. But yep, you can see all of the troops shifting over to this side. Oh my gosh. Elder. He has a lot of troops, and they have all definitely gone to this flank, which will mean that Le Cobb can push up. I hope that's how you say that. Should research that one. I researched some of the other ones, or was given the research on them. But yeah. There we go. The Chasseur Cheval is starting to scout here. I guess they're probably going to try and see if this flank is even in danger here. If the coalition aren't even here, then, well, they can shift everything to this side, because the coalition certainly are. This looks like 2 Austrian armies, Suvorov and Helder, all on the left flank. But I'm seeing a pullback from Brune. So he is actually pulling back the right flank, probably due to the fact that there's so much concentration of coalition on this side. Man, it's kind of scary when you see a consolidation of forces here, and you're kind of not consolidated. Kind of a scary place to be. There's some cavalry. What's going on here? I got the blue uniforms, blue and gold. Where are these guys going? That is a lot of troops in this area. Of course, we're going to start seeing them set up in a line of battle formation. I'm assuming Austria is planning on going in first with Suvorov to support, and then letting Suvorov do the hard hitting. And keep in mind, guys, this is a chance for the RC clan to get up into the top 4. Well, yeah, because if they win this battle, they are gonna knock the Buck and Ball clan off, as I pointed out earlier. This is a pretty big battle for them. Now, obviously, for the Napoleonics, they need another win, because then they'll tie with the LK clan and give a little bit of pressure onto Rheinbund. I'm definitely going to be trying to include the weekly update of the NW3 season tournament. That kind of will add actually a little bit of more edge to the battle, I think. And add a little bit more interesting... A little more interest, I should say. A little bit more high stakes. Make you start rooting for certain clans, you know? We do have the cavalry flanking here. I'm assuming they're just going for a scouting party, sortie kind of thing. Maybe they'll try to snipe some artillery, if at all possible. But there's a lot of cavalry around. It's probably not wise to try to throw your cavalry in that regard. There's a lot of artillery still, guys. A lot of people get in position. It's almost like the coalition they've kind of maybe changed strategies. I'm not sure. Obviously, with a shift over to this flank, it's taken them a little bit longer than it probably otherwise would. You have this river and wooded area that is going to slow down maneuvering as well. So something's just not working well for the coalition. They're running into some roadblocks, kind of slowing down their deployment. And every second, or I should say every minute, buys time for France to get their full strength up to the front. So if nothing happens in the next, couple minutes, I will skip to the head. I'll skip ahead. Can't talk apparently. To when it's happening. However, I'm starting to see France pushing forward. I wouldn't be surprised if they're going to contest this river crossing. We may have a Chasseur Cheval try sniping the horse artillery, although I suspect there's probably something to defend this gun. Or not. There wasn't. And this artillery's in danger. Now, of course, they gotta be very careful. Not, oh, wow, they're wavering already. Now he's gonna run for it. This horse artillery is saved, but they're gonna be stuck in this position. That was a good call to get them out of there as quickly as possible. Austria may still... thought maybe they were gonna try to attack. Still, there's only 5 men left. I think they can still fire the gun, but like I said, that gun's stuck there now. They cannot relimber it back up. That's okay. They have more guns coming up. I guess it'll depend on where the coalition plan on attacking. This artillery, it may do nothing at all to hamper the French advance if they retreat. Or not the advance, the retreat if they do. But they're probably going to stay in this position for a while, so the horse artillery is still going to be a problem. Helder, though, he is going to be advancing in this direction. This is a very fortified position from France. They got a lot of good positions with their artillery. They got an LOC here with some grenadiers. They have at least two rows, 3 actually, rows of reserves with more reinforcements from Saint-Cyr, I believe. Gouvion? Yeah, Gouvion Saint-Cyr. He is going to be pushing up to the front now, and now the French have their full fighting strength. Now, usually, like I said, people do try to attack very quickly for the coalition, especially they try to put a lot of pressure on the French while they're outnumbered. But the terrain does not favor the attackers as much. There's a lot of tree lines and rivers and LOCs and buildings. So, not super ideal. Oh, do we have some cavalry? Oh. We do have the far left flank, Suvorov, making their appearance, so they will be on that flank against Brune. The 54th holding, excuse me. I've drank enough coffee apparently this morning. But I will try to caffeinate myself. Tried out a medium roast, more caffeine. That's something I learned in like the last couple months. Did you know, side note, rabbit trail, I know. Did you know dark roast is actually less caffeine than a medium or light roast? For the longest time, I mean, it makes sense they roast it longer. But for the longest time, I thought like dark roast meant more caffeine. I discovered that like 2 months back, and it blew my mind. I was like, no wonder I've been so tired all the time, even though I drink copious amounts of coffee. But okay, rabbit trail done. Rabbit trail done. Welcome to the brain of Kingston. This happens all the time to me. I can't ever concentrate on one thing for too long. Oh man, that looks beautiful though. The French in reserves. The French with their reserves, and Bonaparte is just waiting. He's just waiting. It's like that. It's like almost every battle he's fighting against the coalition. Where he just kind of bides his time, and the coalition basically eventually will just goad themselves into attacking. That's what may be happening here. Maybe, but I shouldn't say maybe. We know the coalition have to attack. unless they're going to march far around. The 4-pointer is a high sought-after LOC. Now, you got to remember the 2-pointer,
This building has fallen to the enemy.
which has just been taken by Suvorov. That's another high point, which now is Suvorov on the left flank, the right flank for France. That's going to be a bit of a tough flank to fight, especially if Austria is ranged in this tree line. And they attack with Suvorov flanking. I don't think the French have a very strong right flank right now. That's just my opinion. France is readjusting the line as well just because of that flank. Yeah, because look, so Suvorov swinging around here. Austria will smash into the center. Who's going to stop Suvorov from pushing a whole army on the flank? I don't see a lot of French over here to react. There is just Brune. He is the only one over here. And if Helder engages on the left, I am concerned. This is my one and only concern. There is a 12-pointer and the 9-pointer on this left side. And they're leaving a 7-pointer and an 8-pointer. 8-pointer to take the center and the 7-pointer to take on an Austrian and Suvorov. Now that's could be totally not what's about to happen here. We could see a great shift of armies. Helder has a lot of troops, obviously. I mean, Helder has 2,650. He has the biggest army in the field, by far. Well over by a good 500 compared to one of the French armies, but he's got a lot of those men numerically beaten. So he will be a serious fight. Just because he can throw so many troops into the field, and I don't see that he brought a lot of cavalry. Obviously, his allies have quite a bit of cav, so why would he? His men right now are hiding behind the hill, letting artillery kind of get some shots in, so he's going to save his men without letting them suffer from artillery shots. The artillery are dueling back and forth for now. France actually is the one who may take some shots here. We have a huge push, though, on the left flank. Look at this infantry with cavalry. That actually is a cool-looking formation. A nice support. Now, keep in mind, not all these guys can square. Only the left one can. But, oh, there we go. Cavalry charging in. And with that engagement, France has lost 2 cavalry, but they're going to be pushing forward cav of their own. Ooh, what's happening over here? I see a gun being sniped. No way! Force artillery got totally caught out. And that is a... Wait a second. Hold on. That was a French artillery piece. Totally got that mixed up. Yeah, Austria sniped a horse artillery from France. And that's that. We do see an advance here by the 12-pointer. Oh my gosh, they're advancing. They're making an attack.
Taking a building,
now, keep in mind, guys, Helder is by themselves, I do believe, for the most part. So, actually, the French are taking a huge advantage on the fact that the coalition have focused on the left flank so hard. And now it's just a Suvorov here. And Bonaparte with the 9-point Le Cube. The Cube? I don't know. The 9-pointer. Let's go with that. The 12-pointer, 9-pointer attacking here. The artillery actually limbering up and kind of making a split for it. Minus this Austrian gun battery. We may have to start our first engagement here on the flank. But Helder is gonna make a good stand, I suspect. Like some light infantry here engaging. Ooh, we may have an Austrian cav charge onto those chasseurs. But here we go. The cav charge looks like some skirmishers did charge in. Oh no. Wait. I'm confused. Alright, so the skirmishers charged in for the artillery piece. Now we're gonna have infantry charging in for the melee. Oh man, this is becoming very interesting. Cavalry being engaged here. Helder loses only 1 unit so far, guys. Only 1 unit so far. Austria gonna support this defense. Looks like, oh, wait a second. Oh man, we have 2 things happening at once. Dang it. Austria is pushing up. France defending. Helder being engaged on the right flank. Suvorov attacking on the left. Looks like there was a Chasseur Cheval that did break. I'm not sure what from. But France does not really want to take this fight if they can. Without a lot more support. We do have the French smacking into multiple Helder units, gonna take on some artillery and break them. As Helder is gonna be pulling back towards their LOC, trying to regain momentum here. He's pushing out a right flank.
Our men are running, sir.
They do have a right flank they can swing in on the French if they push in too hard. Austria actually going in to support this attack. Pushing in at an angle. Gonna make the 9-pointer and... oh, there's some 8-point support. Not just a 9-pointer. Gonna need some support there. We got a nice cav charge. Going for these skirmishers. Let's see. Do they fire in time? Does Austria notice? Do they charge in?
Sir, our general...
Oh my gosh, a charge of cavalry. Wait, what is happening here? I'm so confused. Why do calves keep stopping short? Another charge by Helder. France trying to get into that melee as Helder has pulled back to the tree line, using cavalry to try to slow down the infantry advance. It does look like we're going to have Suvorov clash with Brune. Sappers clashing with the Grenadiers. We do have cavalry engaged on the flank here. France is going to need to really buckle down the right flank if they want to support this line fight. Because you can see the French infantry, man, they're getting hit pretty hard here. Oh, this is going to spell disaster for Brune if he's not careful. Oh my gosh, so much cavalry. A huge cav charge. Well placed by Austria. That is going to be devastating to Brune. This flank is about to collapse. I'm going to check it back on it in just a second here. I do not want to miss the action. I'm sorry, guys. So much happening in so many places at once. France making their advance against Helder. Still, and actually doing a huge breakthrough. Now, Austria is still trying to support. Helder still has his LOC and this flank. But it does look like France has made a huge breakthrough here and starting to punch through the rest of Helder. However, guys, despite Helder losing, this fight's looking quite good. There we go, the mass rout by Brune. A huge loss.
men are running.
Oh, that's Crosshair's, isn't it? Oh my gosh, it's heavy cav. Sincere is in danger. A huge disaster for Brune as well. The remainder of this 8-pointer is now going to try to pull back, but disaster is striking this flank. Oh my gosh. Will it ever stop? The heavy cav just keeps pressing forward. Austria is actually getting charged here. Cavalry collapsing on one side, infantry on the other. The Grenadiers getting engaged in a fight here. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to catch it all, but it is so difficult to catch every little bit that's happening here. France has crushed Helder's left flank, but the right flank of Helder holding strong, actually. Yeah, they buckled that down and actually seem to be inflicting some losses on France. And France is not going to be very strong in trying to make an attack on this side yet. They are still trying to clean up this other flank with Austria kind of collapsing in. This France is actually looking to be getting surrounded here. And, man.
Our men are running, sir.
France is trying to extract what part of their army they have left. But the heavy cav is just running them down.
Our men are running, sir.
Now, what is left of France? Bonaparte, he's like he went on the attack, and it's like, what happened to my flank? He turns around, it's just in ruins. Suvorov, though, the tough faction, guys. Tough faction to fight against. They are fast-moving, hard-hitting, high melee killing machines. It was a gamble. It was a gamble. LSC still having a fight. And now France is going to have to push towards the Austrian line. But keep in mind, there is a pretty much healthy Suvorov. And that's going to make for an unfortunate loss.
Our men are running, sir.
I think the coalition have won this. Despite taking a huge loss there. And Helder got hit pretty hard. But it caused the flank to collapse on the other side because Suvorov was able to take the hard-hitting attack and win it. And they took out the 8 and 7-pointer. Obviously, there was some of that 8-pointer that pushed in, or no, the 9-pointer pushed in with 12-pointer for France. And a general has been killed. Does look like France is going in for Austria, trying to do their best to break them up. But time will not be their ally. as pretty soon Suvorov will be on the field once again. And this Grenadier holding strong here. Now France can still, I mean, it can be tough, but they could definitely still try to take this fight. I don't expect they'll win. They are definitely heavily outnumbered. And the fact that they are being attacked from 3 different sides. Helder, Suvorov, Austria.
Has fallen to the enemy.
Markow engaging here. SLC Grenadiers holding it, but for the moment, man, this huge Russian unit. Oh, we have a bit of a cab show here. Man, this Bonaparte, though, he is holding something fierce. And actually, going for an attack on this flank.
Our men are
Look at this. He's pulling away from the Austria towards the Helder. If he can defeat Helder, he then can push back onto Austria. It could work in theory. We'll see if it does. We'll see if it does. Suvorov's general now in danger of being killed. I think he will. Where is he? Oh, he got away. Now, France does hold the high ground. Doing an excellent job. He turned his artillery around and start facing to the other side. I love how even though he's lost a lot, he's still becoming a pain on in their side because Elder will not die. Keeps falling back, being an annoyance, falling back, harassing them. And France holding the high ground. Bonaparte has not given up yet. He still is a marshal. The 9-pointer on the left flank trying to desperately lead his men in a defense. At this point, the coalition could just, you know, shoot the French to death. It probably would work. Uh-oh. I thought they were going for Napoleon for a second. They just went for some skirmishers. Oh, Helder's getting their hands into the fight now. Gonna start swinging. Oh, we got some Grenadiers versus Grenadiers. Oh, he's getting some. The officer is just like slashing. Oh, I thought he was gonna die. It's like, no, he's gonna die. Here he is, Bonaparte's so close to the front line still, guys. Look at this. So close to the front line. Still alive, though. Yeah, the French have run out of men. It's unfortunate, because things were a little balanced for a little bit, but unfortunately, I mean, France just lost so big on that flank. It's a textbook attack by Suvorov, cavalry on the flank, infantry attack on one side, and then a huge heavy cav attack. Well, not even heavy cav. Chevaliers crashing in on that center line with infantry to back them up, and it was over. It was game over at that point.
The men are fatigued, sir, and must rest a while.
There's Napoleon again. Wait, is that Napoleon? Yeah, it is. Where is he? There he is. Trying to direct his men. Hit him staring down the enemy. Napoleon fears nothing. Just kidding, he's gonna get out of there.
Our men are running!
Oh, man. These crosshairs did some real work earlier in the battle. You can bet they're still getting involved. Oh, where's Napoleon? Uh-oh, did he go down? No, where'd he go? I think he went down. Oh, uh-oh. He's the last one. Oh, look at him. Look at him fighting. Look at this brave guy. Oh. Oh my gosh. Do you see that? Like he hit the horse and then he bayoneted him when he was down. Bro. What a way to die. The last man alive in your general's staff. Fighting to the bitterest of ends. Hit the fast forward button here. But yeah, it's gonna be a coalition victory. And I do believe there was one or two units in the very back for LOCs. But what I may do is I may just skip ahead, guys, to the end so we can see the results of this battle. There's tons of time left for the coalition to take these LOCs. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to skip ahead and we'll check out the results. All right, guys. So a RC victory. They played well, and obviously that is going to bump them up and bump the Buck and Ball clan, unless they have won a battle. It will bump them up into the top 4. So high stakes game for them, and they came out on top. So well played to them. I think did an amazing job of getting themselves up to a higher spot on the season 3 tournament. Now we're going to pull up the results here. So you can see on the coalition side, you have Stanners. I believe he was playing the Suvorov. He got 2,115 kills. You have Bogdan as Helder with 878. TT Ross 992 and Al with 1664. They're playing the Austrians. And then you have on the French side, you have Casual with 1204 for the kills, Arjun's 1571, $sign 339, and Isaiah's 451. I try to find who played what points on the French side. All I know is that the 9 and 12 pointer were Casual and Arjun's, and the 8 and 7 were $sign and Isaiah's. That's just based on kills and who was where. That's my assumption. But yeah, a good game. Now, I was trying to find out when this replay was made or when it was played. Just so I know if I'm being accurate with the league update or where it's going to be. This is the most recent league update as of the 8th, and obviously it's the 13th. It gets updated every Tuesday. I will try to every Tuesday at least, or every time it changes, I will update it with the replays that I'm doing with the tournament. So hopefully this is accurate. It's an accurate replay to put with this NW3 league stats. If not, I apologize, and I will get, a better system. But as of right now, I don't know if this replay put the RC at 210 or if it means they're now at 11. I'm not sure. So anything I've said before, take it with a grain of salt. I'll figure it out. And in the future, I'll have more accurate, for sure, stats for each of these clans. But yeah, been fun keeping track of this. There's a lot of really fun replays that these guys make playing these games, and I'm here for it. So I hope you guys enjoy it, and I hope you guys continue to enjoy this tournament as I will keep trying to cover it. Until next time, you guys have a great rest of your day. Stay safe, and as always, I'll catch you all in another video.